We're live, Joey.
Are we now live?
We're
Live
certainly
guys,
live.
twos
There's
guys,
no way that we're not live.
twos live guys.
Two's live, guys.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the Two's live. A few minutes
Oh
late because
man,
we
that makes
were
me.
talking to literally no one.
What'd you say? I'm
Little
like
late
I'm upset that we
because we
thought
were
that we were. Yeah.
what?
Well, I did say everything over again. Say everything you said a second time.
We are a little late because we were talking to literally no one.
Yes, because we thought that we
We thought we were live.
started stream, but we didn't start stream. So that gives me an opportunity to brag about myself again by saying if I look like a crazy person, super sweaty, then that is because I am a crazy person and super sweaty because I just got done running 2 miles, just so I could get ready for peak performance, peak action, peak rebuild.
Peak.
What'd you do to get to peak performance today, baller?
Had a
Even
demo call up until 2 minutes before this. Grabbed coffee and went to the bathroom.
dope. Number one or number twos?
Number one.
Um, how how was the demo?
It was great. Solid demo.
Dope,
Hopefully,
dope,
I'm
dope.
not too
Did she
ridiculous.
seem like?
What up,
Did she
Michael?
seem like she?
What up, Daniel? What up, bloody Ravenclaw?
That's an aggressive. That's an aggressive username, Bloody
I'm
Ravenclaw.
personally a Gryffindor, but whatever.
I also am a Gryffindor. Are you actually a Gryffindor? Because I'm actually a Gryffindor.
I mean, according to the Harry Potter test online, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Everybody, drop your Harry Potter house in the chat. I want to see who we got in the Gryffindor clan.
I'm Gryffindor
All I'm
hard.
saying.
Um, okay, Joey. Your boy made some changes. We can undo said changes. I actually made said changes in a branch.
No Harry Potter at all for Michael Potter. That's crazy. You're
No Harry Potter?
crazy. Doesn't like fun, apparently. Doesn't like Harry Potter. Was it before or after Fantastic Beasts? Wow, Bloody Ravenclaw must be 10 years old because Fantastic Beasts is not a franchise that anybody should know about above Harry Potter.
I don't know
It
what
looks
that
like
is.
the test changed to make everyone. Oh, how interesting! I like that, Ravenclaw. They because in Fantastic Beasts, Ravenclaw is like a very prominent house. They're saying that they like messed up with the algorithm.
Look at Michael Potter's last message. I think that flew over both of our heads. We weren't thinking that way.
It did. It totally did. That is hilarious.
Anti-Harry.
I can't imagine how many times Michael Potter's been told, like, "Oh, and your son Harry, where's he?" Or your brother Harry.
Okay, Joseph.
Hold on, Baller. So you were saying you made some changes, and I had a shower thought that I got excited to share with you. Can I share my shower thought with you?
Please.
Do you remember the first iteration of our Twos talks back in Dallas and San Jose? Do you remember the segments of those Twos talks by any chance?
I didn't recall that we had segments.
There was one segment, which is funny because, for the people who are watching at home, of which there are many, the best part about the segments is that they were to no one. It was just you and me talking to each other. but we created segments in our phone conversations with one another. I think I'm about to send you on a blast from the past. Does the word or words show and tell mean anything to you?
Wow.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Show and tell.
Yeah.
Show and tell.
I feel all
And you would
about that,
show
bro.
me what you had built within Twos in the week that had passed, and you would tell me how you were feeling about them, and then I would give you a show and tell that would rarely be related to Twos. So I'm happy to do that. I would like to do that. And then I think the chat should get involved. If anybody in the chat has something that they want to show and or tell, you can drop it in the Discord. We can pull it up on screen.
Drop it in the
Tell
chat.
the people.
I gotta
Well, I don't think they can add photos to the chat, so
Sure.
they can tell in the chat. But if they want to show, they got to join the Discord.
Sure.
Before we start show and tell, I have one more foundational objective for the chat. You ready for that?
Yeah.
I thought maybe there was two things, but I know one for certain. Because Two's guys are going to be live streaming a majority of the live stream, you'd be shocked. We need people's help at like trying to timestamp when clips happen, like when clip worthy
you
comments.
Can do that. You're not on the boards.
Not on the boards. What does that mean? Not coding.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we also need to make sure that it's like a third party, like, oh, you should clip that. Like, I guess, again, it's not like a demand by any means, but if the chat feels like something is particularly clip worthy and they just, can indicate that by telling us at what point around in the live stream that clip begins.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll put out more promo. We'll, get more people to help us rebuild twos. I think that it's a relatively good and engaging ask. If there's something that you find particularly interesting, just tell us in the chat what time is in the video, what video time we've got.
There you go.
Cool. Let's show and let's tell.
There you go. I'm questioning if I should look at what we had from yesterday.
Yeah, so that you can like properly indicate what's new.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
I'm on it. While you're doing that, am going to put out a Tweezy tweet.
Yeah.
Daniel, did the new monitor get ordered? Baller, can I have your permission to order you a new monitor right now? Or is that too much multitasking for you?
No, it has not been ordered.
The people voted. The people wanted Baller to have a dual monitor situation. But if Baller doesn't want a dual monitor situation, that's a whole other story.
I mean, I had a dual monitor situation, and I purposely put it in the trash can.
True. That is true. I'm trying to think if there's like a pun or like a double entendre. Like, how can I order you a monitor without ordering you a monitor? Just because, we have to tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I don't understand.
How am I going to get...
Oh. Never mind.
Huh?
No.
How am I going to get twos in the chat if they never believe that I'm going to follow up on my word? Eden said, can you please explain to us newbies or noobs what y'all are trying to accomplish with these? Is this actually a full-on rebuild? Eden, yeah. I would love to answer your question. Our goal with these, to use your terminology, is to get more people involved in the decision-making process of building the best place to write things down. Twos, our mission, not our vision, but our mission. I thought about that today, Baller. I think that I got pretty excited about that. Our mission is to build the best place to write things down. And so therefore, we are taking our own personal experiences, intuition, and wherewithal to rebuild twos, to answer your second question, from the ground up. So entirely with vibe code, because I think what Twos Baller, our CTO, CEO, Chief Baller Officer, has determined is that vibe coding does legitimately write more, better code in a shorter period of time. than an individual person can. But what Baller is particularly apt at doing is reviewing the vibe code, changing the vibe code, updating the vibe code, so that we can rebuild the best place to write things down as fast as possible. Would you say that that properly covers it? So just some honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. We want it to be faster. We want it to be easier. We want it to be more accessible to people. We want it to be less overwhelming. We want to update our Android experience. We want to get more people using Twos. And I think that that is another element of this, is that we believe that live streaming makes a lot of sense, because we want to get as many people involved as are willing to help us, and we have nothing to hide. We're ready to show the people what's up, what's what. Gang, gang. Michael Potter, order a hall monitor and call it good. What is a hall monitor? Isn't a hall monitor what we used to do in school when we didn't want to have to go to school? Hall monitor. And Eden said it's able to be built on top of, alongside of, in the future, I assume. So yes, Twos as it is exists as it is. Twos will continue to exist as it is. But as soon as we have an MVP, we plan on packaging it and releasing it to whatever people would like to help us iterate on the MVP, which also means minimum viable product. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Did I miss anything, Baller? Are you still cooking on something over there? I was looking at myself to see, because I'm a psycho.
Lord have mercy.
What'd you do? Did you just delete everyone's data?
No. I do. I don't fully understand anything. But I'm not gonna get into it though right now.
Sounds good to me. Eden, we're always hiring in marketing. Email me, joe@twosapp.com. And also anybody else who's watching who wants to email me, hi, you can, joe@twosapp.com. Anything worth being pinned? Hi, Renee. Welcome back. We love you. Okay. I'll be pinning in this chat, so say cool things, get pinned.
Dude.
And not in the WWE style.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm somewhat confused. I'm sorry. Blah blah blah. I don't know if I can get back to where I was. As upsetting as that
just
is.
Explain. Just show and tell. Tell us about how you were trying to build the best place to write things down last night while we were all sleeping.
We used to only have today and the Explore tab, which had like nothing in it. To
a dum-dum such as myself, can you please explain what the Explore tab is?
I mean, it's gonna be hard to explain. It was a pre-built Expo view with a bunch of nonsense in it. You hopefully remember it from yesterday. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I guess I just didn't really. I do. I just don't particularly remember why we had an Explore tab, I guess, like what that is supposed to
It's a pre-built, when you start an Expo app, it just comes with the project. It's like a standard, it's like a template. It's like a template, and they just have it as like an example.
Cool.
I don't even think that we have that file anymore.
And we had just today.
I replaced it. Now, and we had the write things down capture bar here that you would click into and be writing. I essentially added 3, or turned it into 3 screens. We have today, which I don't think he's here, but he would be pumped to see Fred.
Fred.
I did add the swipe across. I didn't tell them to make one of them say today versus yesterday versus tomorrow or whatever it is. And I actually think
It did that by itself.
yeah, it said today and yesterday by itself.
That's cool.
Dude, I want to see if this works. Oh my gosh, look at how freaking beautiful that is.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So I moved the right things down bar to the center of the screen. The reason why I did that, this is something that I've been talking to Joe about. I think that I'm not certain about this, so comments in the chat are welcome. I'm pretty sure that whenever I look at a screen, my eyes are immediately drawn to the middle of the screen rather than the top or the bottom.
I actually like that take.
So I actually think that it's like the place that you're just like looking the most.
Now, here's another thing on top of that, though. While my eyes are drawn to the center of the screen, my thumb is drawn to the bottom of the screen. So
that's
I'm thinking, again,
true,
what I really...
Okay.
Huh?
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think that there's a mobile heat map. I think it's like this section is what the people say.
Yeah, I'm not seeing whatever. I'm just seeing your Google search so far for some reason. Yeah, now I am. It's interesting.
Like even this.
Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, look at that middle one. I mean, that one's saying like dead center.
This one?
Yeah. So I really like thinking about the people who have billion-dollar dev teams that are doing it, alongside us. And so the first thought that comes to my mind is Google and Google Mobile. And I do believe that their capture bar is in the middle of the screen on Google.
Yeah, I mean, theirs is pretty wild, and maybe I'll give it some color. Can I see myself real fast? Do people mind? Sorry, you really can't see that one. It's a bad...
Google. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It is interesting that even Google... What does Chrome do? Chrome's the same.
Safari is bottom, because I remember that was a big decision on their part.
It's so wild. Yeah, I mean, I've been interested by some of Apple's design choices, like when they move the notifications to the bottom of the screen. I always kind of felt a type of way about that. Sorry, I'll get this off. But yeah, so just a concept. It doesn't necessarily need to be something that we stick with, but look down in the middle. Whatever. That was just a observation for me when I was thinking about it yesterday. Was my eyes do just go to the center of the screen? I think, like even on the existing twos, I feel like my eyes look at the center first, and they go around. What's up, Joseph?
Baller, just for peak engagement, go ahead and keep showing and telling us what you did. And then let's talk a little bit about how we plan on making this a smoother experience. Because again, we're kind of, I don't blame us in the least bit, but I want to call out that we might be making design decisions again now, and getting caught up in design decisions. So I think continue to show and tell. Let's get the people excited about what's been done since they last tuned in. And then let's talk a little bit about what we spoke about before we started streaming. And then if we have time or bandwidth to get freaky with design, I'd be down to bring up some things.
Yeah. So yeah, I added these tabs today with swipeable whatever. I hate this, but I started giving it a prompt to blank everything else out The thing that I hate is the movement of these buttons. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that was the AI going on its own there.
Can I tell you what I hate?
Yeah.
Write a thing down. I think that we're dealing with it with our current 2zap.com, and so I just want to let you know that I hate it, and I'd be interested in seeing if there was a way to not hate it. I hate having to see the cursor go down a, go down a line until the thing gets saved. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Like, I think
That
you
is
programmed
a
it as like a timeout.
yeah.
Is there a
So
way to say
you were there when I had the issue yesterday.
I
It's
was?
kind of non-avoidable. So now what do you have to say?
um, I will believe with full stop anything that you tell me that you want me to believe. And then if you don't necessarily want me to believe it, I would say, can you ask ChatGPT if that is legitimately unavoidable? Because like that just does like anything is possible. And ChatGPT, I think, is a smart cookie. But I understand if,
Now or later?
screw. Later.
Okay.
Show and tell. Just
Yep.
enjoyed the hate talk.
Yep. I added the list view. These are just placeholder lists, essentially. I just asked them to put things here. They did a pretty good job, I would say.
I like the items. I like the helper text items. Things. 4 things, 2 things, 3 things.
These?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And then I just I turned the Explore tab into a chat tab, which I really liked this message for. And then I added the top bar. I just said, "Will you give me a top navigation bar that goes across all?" I mean, the design of it's pretty poor. You should have seen the first design of it. But
Looks okay.
yeah, it was like a new list essentially. Oh, one more thing. Because the bar in the middle can be annoying. If you pull up, it animates into like a fab. If you're like
Oh,
reading,
nice.
essentially.
Nice.
Yeah. That's all I built. Well, I don't know
People.
necessarily what I learned because I didn't do.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't take me long. I was just kind of throwing commands at it, and it was just doing things.
Were you doing it the same way we were doing it yesterday? Were you just saying things that you wanted to see it do, and it was like, okay?
Yeah, I was just giving it a bunch of commands essentially.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm also not totally sure if I'm going to follow your lead, Joe, by doing some of the things
The
I'll do.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. The whole purpose behind Cursor is that it has context of the code base,
Got
which
it.
ChatGPT does not, unless I
Got it.
physically paste the code into it every time.
Got it. What is Codex, just for the people at home, including myself?
I think it's just like a agentic coding, isn't it?
ChatGPT. Well, it's Codex, ChatGPT, OpenAI. Yeah.
Cloud-based software engineering agent. So yeah, agentic coding. Yeah, that just works on things in the background.
So is that something that you would upload the code base to and then ask ChatGPT about, or no?
Potentially.
I'm not, and I promise I'm not ever trying to, if I was trying to
Bring me to
derail
the
you, then I
show.
would tell you. But I'm just asking questions because I like questions. All right, that sounds great. The side menu seems new to me, Baller.
I didn't add a side menu. I just added the button.
Okay. The design of the bar looks new to me.
Which bar?
I imagine the capture bar.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. The plus in the top right hand corner seems new to me.
Yeah, that's the top nav bar. This is new list.
Love it. I like how the search bar helper text changes between tabs.
I
I
didn't
was
love that, but
wondering,
sure.
you don't like that.
No,
Well, but
because you
isn't
can
it doesn't it
search
change?
lists usually here, and you
I
can
see. That's what I
search
was.
things here, and we don't have currently we don't have the concept of searching conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
So
But I like
sure.
that. I mean, I was thinking that makes sense. Like one tab is searching your conversations, one tab is searching. That I was trying to wonder what, if any, there would be a difference between searching your days versus searching your lists. I mean, would that be crazy? Would it be crazy to split that experience? Do you think you wrote this on a day, or do you think you wrote this on a list? And then it's like, if no results are returned, then it says, do you want to search your lists instead, bitch?
Would you want that experience?
Maybe, because like faster, less to index.
I don't think that that's necessarily a true statement.
I love saying non-truths. I have one more random burning thought, and then I will shut the fuck up. Deal?
Sure.
Cool. Day. The only last thing that I was thinking about day is two things. One, I still don't exactly know what the relationship is between this just being a capture screen that then takes us to our day, like upon swipe up, for example, similar to what we were talking about with the Meta AI productivity platform. So if you wouldn't mind elaborating on that a little bit, I think that'd be great. And I did have one more thought about the day. If we were to do that, and if none of the things that you write down show up on your day until you swipe up, what if your day just showed your calendar events? Calendar section plus capture section. Is the silence because you hate my guts?
No, I mean I don't like that idea,
Cool.
but that has nothing to against you.
Cool. I'm
I
glad I got
I
to say it.
my day is very important to me. Like I look at my day to look at my things, not necessarily just to look at my events.
Well, no, I totally understand that. So here's what I was thinking. When I open my day and my eyes are drawn towards the calendar events section, the reason is because I'm trying to prepare for an event that's upcoming that then I may create a list for, right? But I don't need it in view when I don't need it in view. So the thought was, remember how like on Meta AI, it just has the Meta logo in the middle when you don't, swipe up to see
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the content? I was suggesting that maybe instead of the Meta logo or the Twos logo, that it would be the calendar events. Like, you can open your day and then you can quickly create a new list for an event that you have upcoming, or you can capture a thing, or you can go look at your day. It's kind of like, yeah, yeah. Like I said, random thought, but I just thought it made sense because that's a majority of when I use my calendar events section, is just when I want to capture notes for that event. It'd probably get people to open 2s more often too. Like, what are my events? 2s.
I mean, it's kind of what we have right now, don't we?
Except, doesn't it get crowded by the other things going on?
I don't know.
All right. I'm done. No more words. Muting.
Okay. Is there a quick capture bar from anywhere? Probably at some point. Currently, it's the plus fab. Or I guess it's not a plus fab. It looks like a write things down bar. You just click on that and you'll be writing things down. I think that we'll probably have something similar. I mean, this bar currently is that. Probably need some sort of concept of it here or anywhere. This is new list, which at one point it actually had a new list icon. I don't like the plus sign because it looks actually very similar to that plus, and those are very different things. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take anything that we do here too seriously. This is literally day 2, hour 4. So yeah, I wouldn't get too hung up on anything or form expectations based on it to some extent. Okay. Time to build. Joe and I did some planning for certain things that we want in the MVP of this. We're essentially working towards creating a separate twos app that people can use alongside of the existing twos that works until the existing twos is replaced. For now, we're not going to do that yet. So you can just continue using twos normally, and when we feel like it is in a place where it can be replaced, then it will be. And you can enjoy the MVP once we put it out when we put it out. But to be seen how long that will take and when that will occur. Should we pick some things that we want to develop today, young Yosef?
Yes, I would love that.
I think probably we could do like voice to text. Maybe like selecting things, potentially a swipe. You see anything here that you'd want?
Yeah, how about we star some things that we'd like to develop? How's that sound?
Sure. What do you want?
Let's star voice. So I've had a crazy idea for voice to text, and it is functional. So I'll be excited to see if it's possible. Go ahead and star that bitch, since we have a microphone. So functionally, if it works, maybe it'll work. I would star selecting things. Why not? That's crazy. We're crazy. Let's do it. I would star reminders because we've got days. So maybe
that one's gonna be a little bit. I mean, there's a lot going on there, but sure.
Great. And last thing for today, Tuesday, theoretically, maybe drag and drop.
All right.
Great.
Drag and drop. Anything else?
No.
List view,
maybe
things
no.
view.
Facebook birthday integration? That'd be crazy.
Do we want to star some things?
star Facebook birthday integration.
I like
Why
that.
not?
I like
let's
that.
just
What?
let's just see. Let's see what they say. Let's see what the chat says about Facebook birthday integration.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So I have one more lemon candle question for you, because I love me some lemon candles, and then I'm gonna go on mute for another 45 minutes.
Hit me.
Which is what it felt like.
Another 40.
Because
how about a swipe down for today? Go.
I like that. Yeah.
Keep going.
I like that. My number one thing by Yaya, literally sans all this B to the S, is buttery smooth. I just want it to be butter. And I think that like what we have currently with V3 and the way that V3 functionally works, it is pretty butter. It's pretty buttery. Is that something that we need to keep in consideration for every commit up front? Like, hey, this isn't fucking buttery smooth enough. Make it more butter. Or is that something that we can reverse engineer into butter?
Maybe I don't know what the definition of reverse engineer is. I don't think that is something that we should be considered or be like stopping the further development of the app for.
I mean, my request then would be just like, again, so reverse engineer means like if we get to an MVP and let's just say the thing capture experience is still on like a timeout, so it like breaks down instead of just like going in, my hope would be that we at least try to fix that. Like we, try to ask ChatGPT if there's a way to write it better. And so if you can do that after the fact, then I won't let it slow us down. But if it's something that we would prefer thinking about now, then let's think about it now. I'm going on mute.
Why do we need a new app? What up, Nino? Why do we need a new app? The underlying frameworks and technologies that we're using are the reason why I cannot make a Android release currently. It's just on too old of like frameworks and libraries. And if you try to upgrade libraries, and you have a lot of libraries, which we have a lot of libraries, then things conflict and break and don't work well together. And then you just get stuck in an endless dream of errors and things. It's a lovely existence. So rather than doing that, we're just going to build from scratch. I've done it 3 times previously. It makes things better. So for me, it is the better solution rather than just taking what we already have and fighting the error messages. Is this like when there are 2 apps? I don't know what that means.
We also hope that it will make the app more simple. We hope that it will help us redesign.
Yeah, just rethink.
We hope that people will have fun engaging with us. Plenty of reasons.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting.
Finish that thought. People like hearing from you. What's interesting?
It's just interesting how things change every time. Like the original version of 2s had some functionalities that we no longer have, and some functionalities that would definitely missed out on a lot of functionalities. But that's every time. So I don't know. I like the idea of rethinking things from the ground up, kind of like eliminating some of the things that aren't necessary, and just I don't know. It gives you the freedom to think differently rather than just basing off of whatever currently is in existence. And then just having two apps, it's like we want people to be able to do the things that they want to do and use twos effectively for their lives. And if you just immediately switch over to a different app, then you're probably gonna cause a problem. So you'll still be able to use twos. We're just going to be building and testing and experimenting separately so that we can improve that experience, and it will slowly over time replace it when it is ready. But we're far from that. We're day 2.
Any more questions that you want to answer by yeah?
Yeah, whatever this one was. Links. Backlinks. Yeah, we don't really care. Yes, we will be improving the Google login. Cool. Is it using
And Renee, just to make sure,
this library? I'm not
hold
sure
on.
what that is. Senor Nino.
Me either. One more thing I think maybe you had said it, but maybe I was distracted, so I'll be quick. No, our goal is not to have two apps. Our goal is to release the MVP for people to use if they would like for a brief period of time while we optimize. Wow, you're getting called out for saying you don't care about something.
We don't really care about backlinks. It's just, you don't really need it. It's not something that you actually need. It's more of something that certain people now put a high value on.
I can help here, Baller. Our core is speed, simplicity, and smarts. So,
which to some extent zettelcasting or backlinking is that. So you could say that is important. It's just not important to us.
Damn, Eden, coming at the two guys' throats right now. I love it. Keep us honest. Put us on trial here. I would say we're very customer curious.
Yeah, I don't think that his claims are factual. They could be his opinions, and that's fine. But it is what it is.
Yeah. It might be. It's something that we're not totally opposed to by any means, but it doesn't seem like.
Well, there's a reason why it's on the roadmap. There is a roadmap for a reason.
Yeah. And if you were to ask someone what is, the most important features in your place to write things down, I would say less than 5% of people would say backlinks.
It depends on who you're talking to. So exactly. It might be important to Eden, but it might not
be a general consensus
to everybody.
Of people. All right, Baller, do I get to show and tell now? Do I still have an opportunity to show and tell?
Sure.
Cool. I was leaving the coffee shop today, and I was given 2 leches, latteados. So yeah, I got a vanilla latteado, and I got a chocolate latteado. So that was fun. Free stuff is always fun. And then I also went to the Eroski Plus, and I bought Q-tips. Baller.
What?
How many
I can't see you. Do I need to be seeing you?
No, absolutely not. How many dollars do you think 200 Eroski Plus Q-tips were?
$3. $2.
90 cents. 90 cents.
All right.
España. All right, that's my show and tell. I found these things. They were given to me. I'm gonna go put my latteados in the fridge while you bring us into the next phase of the stream.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna start vibe coding. Are we ready for that? Is there anything that you want me to reverse or change or whatever it is based on what I showed and told? Because we didn't do that aspect.
My only big one is some confusion about what we want our capture versus day experience to look like. That's the
Sure.
only one that I was like, what's the plan here?
Yeah, let's talk about that shortly, and then we can keep progressing.
Great.
Okay. So in my mind, the reason why Meta has that experience is they don't really need to display anything. Like, even the discovery is just so ridiculous. Like, what even is that? When you pull down there, I don't totally understand it. But they just don't have, like, when you're waiting for something, you don't. I guess it would be similar to ChatGPT. Like, they have a similar, essentially blank. They don't have a scroll into anything. But it's just like not important content, essentially. For us, in my mind, the day things and the events, like you were talking about, are important to be able to open and view. I don't know if I loved the idea of separating them. Like, okay, events will be shown, but things won't be shown, because some people might want to see their things. Me. Some people might not want to see the events, potentially. And I don't know how intuitive potentially it is if you were to just like put all of these things down here somewhere and you have to like scroll in order to get into it or something like that. I don't know. That's more of like I mean, that's a easy thing to change at any point in time. I think a decision that we can make and that is easy to reverse is, if we have a capture bar, does it sit in the middle? Does it sit at the bottom? Does it sit at the top? Because in V1, it's at the top.
And then what do we see alongside the capture bar, if anything?
Just in general.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool.
What did I miss? What is the fab view? I think the fab view would kind of be like this. Oh. Granted, this wasn't a bar and it was just a fab, and then you clicked on the fab and then it opened a view.
Paul, are you going to share your thoughts on backlinks? Are you moving down?
Yeah, what are my thoughts on backlinks? They're just not completely necessary to some extent. That is just.
I still just don't get them. Like, I mean,
maybe
we need
it's
someone
linking between things. If you had things that were related to Joe, and say I was writing a bunch of things about Joe, but every time that I wrote Joe's name, I also added the backlink to the Joe page. Now I have my Joe page that has all of the references to Joe, but then I also have all of the links back to where I even wrote about Joe. So if I was looking at my Joe list, I would see, oh, I also wrote about him on this day, on this day, on this day. on this list, whatever. It's just a web of links between things based on concepts and objects, or like people, places, things, ideas, concepts, things like that. Yeah, the window view.
That is so funny.
Wow.
That is so funny. Fab view. We're thinking frequently action button view, and they're talking no, like literally show me his window. It's like, okay, I'll show you my fab view.
Oh, Joe does have a fab view there, and he also doesn't appreciate it the way that he should.
Say again?
Oh, let's go! That is sick. I mean, that's beautiful. It is a fab view. That is a fab view.
I do like looking at the fab view, man. España. Vamos. Let me tell you something.
The feed is.
I know what you're saying about how I need to turn everything, and maybe I will. But it's also not my house, so slightly problematic. Do I look super thin and buff? Am I looking yachted, people? Is Europe Joe hot? Sound off in the chat. I'm just kidding.
All right. Joe, will you chime in with things in the chat if people have things in the chat? So what do you think about what I just said about capture, initial screen?
Can you give me another TLDR? I feel like I'm drunk and high.
We can move this bar wherever we want.
Yeah.
I think that like what we initially show versus the scroll, I thought Nino's comment just kind of leans into like what if the feed is your list? So scrolling down would go into a feed. It almost feels like people are leaning more and more into the bad design of Apple Photos. It's like Apple Photos kind of turned into somewhat of a confusing app to navigate because they tried to make it like cheeky almost. And that's kind of like what we're thinking that we can do.
Baller, the thing that I'm going to say, and I'm going to go to my grave saying, is the only thing I care about is the relationship between the capture bar and the things on the day. Because you and I connected on it very easily on our prep call, where we said, when I want to capture something, I literally just want to write it down. I don't want to be distracted by all of the other things going on. And in its current iteration, we're not getting away from that. I'm seeing nice, hey, and imagine the reminders, imagine the to-dos, imagine the notes, and then my capture bar is there, and I'm, honestly, here it is for you. You ready for it? I just think that we need a capture view. I think that there needs to be a tab that kind of looks like the Google A that just gives me things, that just gives me the ability to capture a new thing. And then maybe if it takes me to my day, like Google, after I capture it, sure. But I legitimately think that, you know what I need? This is what I need. I need us to have a tab that literally is just this write anything bar with the logo, with our logo, where today and the things are. And that's it. Like capture screen, write a thing down. Blah. How do we feel about that?
It reminds me of the experience of like if you go in current twos and you go to the list view and then you click the fab.
I know. And I don't know. Is that gas? I mean, is it gas? I don't like it. But is it gas?
I don't personally think that it is gas. I don't think that we need to come up with the one and only correct solution right this moment. I think it's fine. To me, in a lot of ways, it's similar to like this, but it's just the full screen, apparently. Now, what happens when you write something? Where does it go? How do people know? How do people not get lost? How do people like feel good having written the thing down? These are somewhat difficult questions for us to answer, I think. I mean, it's very impactful. They're very impactful decisions.
Right,
I just want a non-confusing, simple, quick experience.
I got something to say. I got things to say, and then I'm going to go on mute for 45 minutes because I'm going to kill myself. This is kind of gas. The capture view in current 2s, in 2s v3, is kind of gas. But you know what? It's not. You know, it's not gas about it. The fact that write things down is at the top of the screen instead of the middle of the screen is not gas. The fact that the list that I want the thing on is at the top of the screen is not gas. Those things are not gas. But I do believe because 2's primary objective is to get people to write things down without being distracted, without losing their focus. We need a simple Google-like writing and capture experience. Someone really, really smart put that at the top of their 2's V4 MVP list.
Okay.
That's what I got. So maybe that's a star.
I don't know. Maybe I'm having a like lack of confidence thing, but I have a hard time like putting my foot down with any one of these experiences currently. So it's almost something that I would just like to, move past and give myself more time to think about it and like experience it and figure it out.
Sure. You know my stance. My stance is as follows. Final answer. 1 capture experience, 1 day experience. That's it.
See, I would be careful with even that, Joseph. I don't know. I would have a hard time saying I want those to be completely separate.
Yeah, no, I understand. To me, I think the best, just with full intuition, no additional thought, and then STFU, and we gotta start coding some bots.
Yeah, we'll build something at some point.
Yeah, at some point. The last point that I have to make is that I think the Google experience that you're referencing is correct. I think that Google, what it does is you write your question in the capture screen, and then it takes you over into the search experience, which is to me a little bit about what I'm thinking about. That's what I got.
Well, sorry, we're gonna have to keep talking about it.
I'm ready.
To me, it's not a different. I don't know if it's necessarily like a completely different experience. Like the Google capture versus like search or whatever it may be. I don't know if I would say that it is. Like, what do I want to search right now? Codex. They're like they're like close to similar, maybe. I don't know. I just have a
To
I,
me, the main
I
difference,
don't really think of them
is that,
as different, but maybe they are.
okay, what's Google's primary KPI? It's to get people to search, right? Because Google can't do anything unless
Searches?
they search.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why their experience is as simple as welcome to motherfucking Google, time to search.
Yeah.
I want that for twos. Welcome to motherfucking twos, time to capture.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Welcome, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome,
Yeah. Yeah.
welcome.
I did like that about ChatGPT while we're just looking at random stuff. This could be your whatever you want to welcome people with. This can be your welcome message if we had something similar
Yes.
with twos.
Yes.
Because last time I came, it didn't say what are you working on. It said like ready when you
I
are.
know.
Hey,
I
Joe, ready to
know. I
dive
need
in?
it. Baller. I mean, like, hey Joe, what do you have to
Ready.
do today? Hey Joe, any birthdays coming up?
And then
Hey,
Joe, here's
baller.
your. This is I mean, we should just design it like ChatGPT, but this would be today, and then you could change
Yep.
like what list.
Yes. Yes.
rather
yes,
than model.
Yes. 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 Yes.
It's just what list. Drop it down.
And now
tomorrow.
you're now letting me in. You're letting me into a deep, dark secret that
Just
I
add
was
a
never
little
going to tell
drop
you
down
because
right
I'm
there.
afraid. You're letting me into a deep, dark secret that I was never going to tell you because I'm afraid of getting my head chopped off. But hey, chop it. We need to use AI to identify the thing that they're writing down to make a suggestion for the list that it should maybe go into.
You've told me that. You texted me that like 2 days ago. You did.
But I didn't say it on live stream. So
no, but you texted me it.
Yeah. We're having fun. Look at how much fun we're having. Happy 609
that one
Spain time.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when the time is right.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm going on mute. Baller, lead us to the promised land so that we can code and
I mean, let's just start building stuff. I'm gonna leave it as is. Ooh, look at the new list button. Good stuff. I don't know how I feel about the background colors. Yeah, now it got me thinking about switching days. Should we do some voice to text, get that working, and then do some selecting things, and then do some drag and drop to reorder?
I love it, Baller. Let's start with select because I have a thought for voice to text that I'm not prepared to share right now. Let's select some things.
I wasn't ready for that.
Let's select some things. And
I hate this experience. We need to fix that.
What? I missed it.
Just this.
Yeah, terrible.
Just this,
absolutely terrible.
When it does this, can you remove the modal when you click on the capture bar and just have us typing directly?
Oh my god.
The capture bar.
Hell yeah. No, Joy Randall's next Tuesday.
You're talking to Joy next Tuesday?
Joy Randall's next Tuesday.
You're talking to Joy next Tuesday.
We're talking to Joy next Tuesday. You down? You down to talk to Joy?
I mean, I guess so.
Dope. Adding.
Why? Okay.
Because she knows people, and we need people. Maybe.
What are we doing here? Part of the concept behind the modal was actually to give it enough space. Well, I mean, you'll get to see it live. Where that new character, okay, let me start a chat with the old GPT.
Just setting this to a VC just so that everyone knows kind of how I'm approaching this fundraise for us. You're the man. Really, really appreciate you. Where can I send the edible arrangement?
Have you seen the Family Guy edible arrangements?
Yes, I have. Edible arrangement for people you hate. Here's a bowl of fruit that's gonna go bad soon.
They're room temperature slime balls.
Room temperature slime balls. LinkedIn is maybe the worst app that's ever been invented. Like, what a gross platform. As I doom scroll LinkedIn. Are we vibe coding over there?
It's supposed to be. What is it doing?
I love this, by the way.
What?
I love this. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
I'm trying to I'm trying to do everything right now.
I love it. I love what you're doing. I'm gonna go to the chat.
Blank?
I'm gonna interact with the chat. Eugene, your smart ass comments, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But it's not
just ignore them.
pretty.
You're okay, Joe.
I'm kidding. Eugene and I have this funny thing going on.
Not add the new line.
Eugene is the pinned comment. People forget.
Well, Eugene's different than Eden.
I know. I'm talking about Eugene.
Oh, you're talking Eugene.
Yeah. Eden is a beautiful name, if we're being honest.
Oh, I love Eden.
Eden.
One of my cousin's kids is named Eden.
I really like that name. It's biblical, as they say.
I think he potentially is a pastor. Shout out John Allen.
Shout out John Allen. We got any pastors in the chat? Pastors.
Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about your request. What are we broken about? Who broke what?
Why are we broken? Who broke? I broke?
Dude, something broke. Just tell him to do it.
Baller, do you think that you're in the top 5% of computer users? Do you think that like you know how? No?
Oh, in general, like technology people.
Yeah. Like swipes and shortcuts and just a good computer user, you know?
I'm not sure. I don't know what I don't know. I don't totally understand. Oh, it's possible.
It's possible.
See,
anything is
possible. I don't know about
possible.
this. May not work on all platforms. Joe, I actually think that I have tried this one. Yeah, no, can't do it. You can't have a multi-line input. You have to have a single line input. So everything.
What are you doing right now?
Everything will be truncated.
Oh, you asked it about chunking.
About multi-line
the extra
false
line
means we can only have single line text inputs.
If we don't,
so everything's either truncated, or if you want to edit the end of a thing, you need to like use your cursor and drag it to the right and hold it so it can scroll to the side.
So then we just need to have short enough of a timeout that it renders that we're starting a new thing but not long enough to notice that it is doing it.
The timeout, it was to clear it because there's a built-in functionality into the phone where when you press the return key in a multi-line text input, then it adds a new line. Now when that happens, then there's a chance. I mean, you act like I haven't spent literally hours
Yeah.
trying to just like make the app function.
Yeah.
And when I said yesterday that the amount of logic in our text inputs is insane, I literally mean that because there's so much around that. What was I doing before I started down that? Oh yeah, I'm making the modal not be a modal. Nice, let's go.
Hey, okay. That's pretty buttery smooth.
Well, it still got that.
Man, is it weird that I kind of like the microphone moving?
We're definitely not keeping that one. Can you push the microphone over?
And keep it on the right side.
And make the text input in the capture bar grow. Horizontally?
Cotton candy sugar
one thing
bar.
that I am thinking about, and I actually was in deep deliberation yesterday. Thing types.
Yeah.
I was literally questioning whether they're a requirement or not. Like, do we need dashes?
Yeah, no, maybe not, bro. Like, I mean, this looks pretty good.
The answer that I had was no, but they it adds a lot. It adds like even the idea that you can change it or that it can be had. It also adds the ability to star things. Okay.
And sort things.
Do we want select with, oh my gosh, we can't swipe anymore. So you just want little buttons over here for selecting?
Yeah. I actually was looking at our old version and I kind of liked the circle with the word select because it was like very obvious, very upfront. I mean, I just want people to understand how to use 2zap.com. You know what I'm saying? Is that
yeah,
crazy?
Well, we also want to keep it clean. Sure.
Like clean.
Sure.
Like clean.
We can. I'm not going to do that, but
we can play around with it. Yeah, let's just ask. That could be something we'll ask the chat.
We're going to add the ability to select things. Can we? Can I add? What do you want? Circles.
Circles, yeah. Dots. Yeah, D20 Ryan, you didn't miss much. We've just been flapping our gums. Mostly Baller. Baller's been talking a lot.
Us too.
Man, you think you could eat a chicken curry wrap and be satisfied for the rest of the day, but that's just not the case.
Heck no, bro. I eat oatmeal every 2 hours.
I mean, good glory, man. I need something.
I like to show select that shit. All right. we're gonna need to do a lot of prompting here.
Lot of prompts.
But
Lot
we're gonna let
of
them. We're gonna let them
prompto.
vibe, do what they want to do.
Oh, so we are using Claude 4 now?
Yeah, I'm on Claude 4. Actually, I heard Gemini 2.5. Someone recommended that to me yesterday. They said, I like Gemini. And, Google A. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Uh-oh. Things got IDs,
Ray,
huh?
it is literally always sandwich time. Literally.
You know what I got? You know what I've been eating?
Tell me.
Little tuna salads.
Ew. Oh no.
I love tuna salad.
I am so glad I moved out.
Oh. I'm so glad that I don't have a roommate.
Ew, man. Ew.
Who'd want one of those?
Yeah, it's true. Especially when they're stealing all the women.
Is amazing. Yeah, is that what you do?
Yeah, dog. You can't catch fly or what is it? You can't catch honeys without being fly? No, there's something there.
I like that one.
Honeys, it's a double entendre of like how do you catch honeys by being fly or something like that.
Should I get?
This is the raw, authentic Twos guys that people have always wanted.
Should I?
They want to know how many dollars I paid for my Q-tips. They want to see me drink orange juice. And an occasional curse word.
Ooh.
Shit.
You like that, Joey?
Ooh. Oh yeah, baller. I really like that.
All right. Now I gotta be creepy about it. Where's our select actions? Hell
yeah, brother.
The amount of
this is great.
This is
crazy.
I saw a great Tyler the Creator meme. It says create like a child, edit like a scientist. I'm gonna have to be a true computer scientist when I clean up some of this stuff eventually at some point, or maybe not. Maybe we'll just vibe it to completion. I can't see the select actions under I can't see the select actions.
What are you doing to completion over there?
Vibing.
Love it. I love vibing to completion.
I
good
read
point
that.
by Eden. If it's a to-do type thing, will the select circle look weird?
Only if you're a. Oh, look at that.
That's nice. Look at this. God, we are vibing out here.
only if you're a circle to-do guy. I'm a square to-do guy.
You are a square. You're literally such a square. Imagine if we were like MVP needs circle and square to-do types.
Dude, it's so crazy how just the logic
I like
behind our current app. We
I
don't
do
even have a
add the word. Do we add the word select? It's so weird.
What?
Do we add the word select in helper text below the circle? Maybe on hover, but no, that doesn't work. How does that work?
You're just saying.
I guess the question that I have currently is the radio icon doing its job in terms of helping people understand that they can select things? And if not, then we would use this circle, but then is the circle doing it? I do remember people being like, I want to complete this thing, select. when we had it be this size.
Yeah, what did we do?
Maybe the dash type goes on the outside of the box. Is that crazy?
I think that is.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I think that is, personally. I don't know.
Maybe just a square to-dos. But now we're getting into the...
Well, maybe they're just dots rather than circles. Because I mean, I can guarantee you we got some confused people.
For Daniel and Eden, if we're worried about select circle...
Move.
You better... Is it move? Is it move?
See this?
Select being on the outside may make sense. Yes, dots.
Sorry for showing my teeth like that.
My best thought thus far is that the to-dos will be squares. Deal with it. Respectfully.
Yeah, these are design decisions again. Not.
Hey, send this to all your FANG employee friends.
Hey.
Facebook, Apple, Google, Nvidia.
I heard it's not FANG anymore.
I know it isn't. It's FAP.
No, it's Mango or Mongo.
Mango. Yeah. Meta, Nvidia, Google, OpenAI. As soon as I can buy shares of OpenAI, I'm going to buy a ton of shares of OpenAI.
Are you?
I think that they are. I think they're pretty good.
The amount of purchases that they've made of like other companies is nutsos.
That is nutso. Have they bought a Notes app yet? He says as he...
Not that I know of.
He says as he caresses his mustache.
Sorry.
No, you're doing great. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
We're probably gonna have to. I don't know. All right. Do you want to do anything with these?
No.
Like what
Add
else?
Select actions.
What else do we need? I mean, we already kind of have select actions. Do we want to like design the bar? Do we want to?
Don't think it's important.
Add more of them.
Chat. Do we feel good about it? Do we feel good about where we're at with this?
I mean, I'm gonna have to change the logic anyway because we're gonna have to actually get real things in here at some point.
Of course.
We could add thing type.
For RN, we could add thing type. Let's try and add thing type because we have maybe conflicting feelings on type. Like what the select circle looks like depending on type. And yeah, Eden, I still do think it's possible that we'll go to radio dots. We'll see.
What else do we want them to do?
Yeah. To do... Oh, no. Baller. You know how I feel about this. Dash to do...
Bullet?
That's it.
No, we gotta have numbers. You have to have numbers.
No!
I use numbers every day, my guy.
Oh, God, I hate it.
Chill out over there.
I need it to be just as few options as possible.
1 second. Should I give them what like a normal note is currently? Or a thing?
What do you mean?
Like, should I give it what an actual thing or what a note actually looks like, and then
a note as in like a no dash thing, or
the schema? Don't worry about it.
Hey, here's what things look like, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sure. Do you ever have to tell it, but like feel free to improve it to the best of your ability?
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Not right now.
Okay.
You just said, do you ever have to do that? Yeah.
Why does everything online make me feel worse about myself?
I think that's a known concept. You should get off the socials.
I should get off the socials. Don't tell me how to lose belly fat. I'm gonna go get a euro after this. K-Bob.
All right, run it up. May I have a bathroom break?
Of course.
Supremo Overlord.
I'm gonna read the chat.
All right, BRB.
Eugene, no. We're done with bullet points. A bullet point is just a dash. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm also kind of not kidding. The question on everyone's mind is, like kind of what the feature and customization marketplace kind of looks like, because we're thinking about redesigning our gamification experience in coins. So it's kind of like you can add whatever you want, but like we just want to give as simple of an experience up front that we possibly can. Note, very important. Note, very important. Numbers, I don't think needs to be an option. If you put one dot, that just means change the bullet to you know what, Eden? I'm going to say what you said to Two's Baller when he gets back. Because let me tell you something, I agree with you. I think the keyboard shortcut is how you get to a number, but I don't think that it should just be in existence. Peter, I agree. Baller should never be able to go to the bathroom. It is a disgusting misuse of our time and attention. All right. So yeah, that's what we'll update him on when he gets back. What's the last thing everyone ate? Tell me about things that you're eating. You know what I'm saying? Last thing I ate was a chicken curry wrap from Eroski for $4. I really like $4 wraps. Carpaccio. Wow. That sounds delicious right now. Breakfast burrito. Walsdorf. Wow. You put eggs in that breakfast burrito? Bacon or sausage? These are the questions that the people are asking. Daniel, pulled pork sandwich. Wow. Do you prefer North Carolina style or South Carolina style? Renee, 100 million %. It is less expensive to live in Spain. Ooh, eggs, veggies, and cheese. Yum. Yum. Very runner diet. Very runner diet. Yeah, Gryffindor all the way. Yeah, I definitely don't have breakfast money meat either. I literally, chicken and lamb over rice. Wow. You guys are eating good out there. I like that a lot. Let's keep eating good, fam. Chat. Oh boy.
How are we doing?
I think I'm going to go. Oh, hey, Baller. We were talking about what we ate last. Can I tell them what you ate last? Because I know.
Yeah, what?
Oatmeal.
What flavor?
Strawberry banana.
Just strawberry. Strawberry marshmallow.
I was going to say strawberry marshmallow cereal, of course. Adam, orzo, bok choy, and veggie chicken. Wow. That That sounds so tasty. Okay. The only thing that mattered from the chat was people don't think that number is needed as an option, but just as a keyboard shortcut. When you type 1 dot space, it turns to a number. I agree. I told you that from day one. I like that plan. And people also want a note type thing.
Oh,
that's what they
why
say.
wouldn't that just be a press delete?
No dash.
Look
I like that.
Look at how
Keyboard
nice
shortcut.
is looking right now.
Note type thing. Note type thing is delete in the front of the thing. Bok choy kind of freaks me out a little bit. It's too big of a veggie. You know what I'm saying?
Bok choy?
Like eggplant too. Yeah.
Ooh,
eggplant,
so
bok
good.
choy.
Every time I have eggplant, I'm like, this is way better than it should be.
Zucchini. My veggies are supposed to be small.
How
Peppers,
about we do a
onions?
How about we do a interaction on this little plus guy?
I like that. And so we don't have any thing types right now, right? Is that what I'm seeing? Also, Baller, you know what? I think we need radio icons. I'm really freaking out about how big those circles are. It's a big circle.
What?
Know what I'm saying?
No. What is radio?
Or select circles.
What's the difference between radio and circle?
Current. What we currently have, those cute little dots.
Okay.
Baby bok choy. You should have said that. You should have said orzo baby bok choy and veggie chicken, Adam, if you didn't want me to roast your adult bok choy. Respectfully. Are we having fun? Look at how much fun we're having. It's been a great stream.
I'm excited for my
People are talking about it.
I'm amazed by how little you eat during the day.
I really don't be eating a lot during the day. It's intermittent fasting. I'm trying to get rid of my belly fat by exclusively
I think that you
eating
just need to be in a
kebabs.
calorie deficit. I think you just need to be in a calorie deficit. Yeah.
I think ADHD baby, hell yeah. Gang. I think I am in a calorie deficit. I think that I'm constantly burning calories. Those are a little big, but I like them.
Yeah, I mean the spacing and everything. We're not concerned about that right now.
That's good though. Nice. Hey. Look at us. Look at us building twos.
Let me give one of those. We'll hold off on that one for now.
Buildingtwosout.com.
Voice to text, drag and drop. Reminders, change.
Let's drag and drop.
Select
Let's
type.
drag and drop.
Drag and drop.
And then let's also give some juice to that plus button. I like that idea too.
I know what I want to do.
I'm ready.
Are you just thinking a long press to drag?
Yes. The less stuff to distract, the better.
Do we want to be able to click to edit the text of an existing thing?
Click to
Oh gosh.
edit the text of an existing thing, as in
Like right now you can't
edit a thing by
edit.
clicking on it.
Edit.
Got it. Yes. Yep. Yes.
We got Peter in there? What up, Peter?
Wellsdorf been eating a breakfast burrito. And he also dropped one of the funniest comments of the day. I don't have meat for breakfast money.
I don't have meat for breakfast money? A meat for breakfast.
sausage, bacon,
So you're just eating egg and cheese?
egg and veggie. He said egg, veggie, cheese. So
Hey,
good.
bro, we are so blessed out here. I was literally thinking about that when I was
Dude.
filling up my coffee. I was like, Joe allowed me to be thankful that I don't have a roommate.
Nice.
Let's
Has it been
attitude
nice?
of
Has it
gratitude,
been nice not having to
baby.
deal with
Ah,
TJ?
dude, I mean, if I'm not looking at my phone or computer, I am in pure
Zen.
freedom.
I love that for you. Um. Um.
Then I get a Joe text.
I had a
I'm
question.
like, oh gosh.
Oh, why did you, when we were looking at your Amazon cart yesterday, because, we're live streaming, I saw earplugs. Why do you need earplugs if you don't have a Two's Joe anymore?
That is a good question. I was actually, when I have my friend visit me, you know my friend, they like to watch movies. So I'm getting ahead of it.
Past your bedtime.
I'm getting ahead of it.
Yeah.
Last time I didn't do that. I was like, I'll just
Shut up.
put up with the sound. No.
Just shut
No.
up.
Not the move. Have the earplugs on deck.
Nice. Oh man, oh jeez.
Is this gonna finish anything ever?
No. I still wish that you would have guessed how many lines of code we would end up having after vibe coding.
I wish it was an easy way to tell. Should
Can
I
you just ask it?
Yeah, let me.
How many MFN lines?
Yeah,
how many MFN lines we got?
Let me ask it. All right, everyone chill. How many lines of code in the project so far? Oh! 2,245. Oh wait, hold
Cool.
up. What was that for? Yeah, I think it didn't count. Yeah. Let me check.
All right, so everybody in the chat drop their guess for how many lines the MVP will be.
13,000 from the root. So they're not counting node modules. Oh wait.
What does that mean?
Actual source code. Here we go. 2,500.
2536.
I think that's a pretty good one. Do we want to?
All right, so everybody in the chat, drop a guess for what you believe the MVP line count will be. Closest guess gets something from twosmerch.com.
Well, I want to look up existing twos. Well, that's what we should get guesses on. I'll do it right now.
But the contest is how many lines do you think the MVP of V4 will be? That is the contest. If you want to participate and be given something from twosmerch.com, drop a guess in the chat of how many lines of code you think the MVP for V4 will be. And MVP is defined as I'm using it. As soon as I'm using it,
it's in test flight.
As soon as I'm using it, we've got an MVP. Yeah.
What do you think is the existing
current?
Just web.
Just web.
I mean, we can do mobile too. We can do a combination.
I want combo. I want all lines, every single line. And my guess is 787,000. Daniel, Renee, thank you for your guests. I will be making a list to store your guesses. You have as much time as you want
Oh
to
my
guess.
gosh, it's gonna be so high. Combination web and mobile existing. I'm gonna say it's a combined. What was your guess, Joe? 700?
787. 787.
787. That's a good guess. I like that guess. I'm gonna go 800,000 just to get everything above you.
Just to get Price's Right rules. 788. Dude, what if it's 788?
That would be amazing. How about just 790?
That'd be really good.
Let's see. Wow, less.
266,586 total?
266? Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, that actually is correct.
Wow.
Well.
Okay, well then.
Hold on. We gotta look at mobile. Don't forget.
Come on, mobile. Be
more. I wish I remembered what the prompt was.
Eugene, we need something a little bit more specific than 100,000 plus. Respectfully.
No, you just got 100,000.
All right, Eugene, you got 100,000. Once again, the final time I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to give you guys until 7:02 my time to drop your guesses if you want to participate in this contest. How many lines of code do you believe the MVP of 2's V4 will be? MVP 2's V4. We have 3 minutes to drop your guesses. Winner, whoever gets closest, high or low, gets something from 2'smerch.com. 3 minutes to drop your guesses. Cotton candy sugar bowl.
All right, so the mobile is 223,000.
So roughly 550.
Yeah, we're both over. Gosh,
I was closer.
Get to work, baller.
People forget.
do something.
2 more minutes. 2 more minutes to drop your guesses for the MVP. One minute. We're about to only have 4 guesses, and I love it.
Hold on. Let me do a guess.
Okay.
Does it include like web and server stuff eventually?
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's you asking the question to the chat, so it's like.
I think it's gonna be 300,000.
That's crazy. You think it's going to be more than... Oh, okay. So like about 200,000 lines less.
Yep. Gosh, okay. It's probably less than that even.
300,000,
maybe 200.
Baller says.
Maybe 200.
All right, we're getting guesses. People are guessing. 1 more minute. Final guesses. MVP. 2zap.com. All right. Guesses are in. I'll give you guys 60 more seconds. 6:53 p.m. my time on my computer on my clock is the final number. And then you can change your guess if you would like. Paul, are you doing anything over there?
Responding to a Discord message.
Cool. How the hell does Wi-Fi work?
I think it's magic.
All right, there it is. 6:53. Guesses are finaled. I'm copying them, and I'm pasting them into 2zap.com. Sugar Satan, na 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 na. Cotton candy, sugar bowl, that's the way to zero.
Okay. Are we working again? What are we doing here?
You tell us, bro. You're the one vibe coding.
Well, I'm just wondering why I'm staring at a blank screen.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that.
All right, we're reordering, Joseph.
Daniel and wait.
Oh
that's
my
crazy.
gosh,
We
everything is just fantastic.
Wait, I can't see it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my god.
I actually don't know if I can. There's so many subtleties.
That's a great word, subtleties.
You.
You're a subtlety. More contests on future days. So come back, win things. 2zap.com.
I mean, that's a
promo code.
That contest is going to be. We got some time.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep making contests that we'll never have to address.
All right, Joseph. Dude, it's so
sick, nasty.
I mean, it's pretty good. Are you
yeah.
Live?
I'm liking it. Yo, I'm live.
You see the
Do we have editing of things yet?
Yeah, we got editing.
Nice. Prove it.
No, maybe we don't have editing.
Nice.
Oh!
What?
It's just not updating.
It doesn't update.
But let me show you the drag and drop because the drag and drop's nice. Are you alive? Dude, how do they do that stuff? See how it like gets a little bit bigger? I mean, the animation there is terrible.
La 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 la. Jordy, out of respect for the rules that I made, your guess does not count. Sorry.
Why? Because
With
it's
all
late?
due. Well, because we cut it off at 6:53. It's
Yeah,
6:57. He thinks he can just show up 4 minutes late, and what's to stop someone from adding a guess like the day before we MVP?
Yeah, that's
Come
on, you gotta
be on there. Gotta be engaging while we're getting engaged.
Joe. Yeah, I mean, Joe makes the rules.
I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. And Jordy, you got a death penalty. Oh yeah.
It's 7 o'clock there, Yosef.
I know, man. Working late.
Dude, whenever I look at
Joe time,
when it's like 10 in the morning for me, and I look at Joe time and it's like 4 p.m., I'm like, holy Christ. The day's like...
For the record, it's literally been like the favorite, like one of my absolute favorite parts about this experience thus far is because I love working until 8 p.m., 9 p.m., like when it's, bright and sunny outside. And yeah, I'll admit I'm starting my days at 9:30, 10. I won't, I can't
You've always done that.
Oh, yeah, baller.
That's never been
That's real
I hate
nice.
the flash, though. I told him to fix the flash.
What do you mean the flash?
That flash. You saw that flash. Don't act like you didn't see that flash. That one didn't do it, but watch this one.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No. Watch this one.
That didn't do it. Yep.
It don't...
Yep.
That.
That's not... It's not doing it. I see no flash.
You saw it.
I'll show you a flash.
You're telling me you don't see this? Not that.
No.
Watch.
What? Am I? Chat. Is he losing his mind? Who's
Everybody
losing
see
their mind?
that? No. I saw it. How about this one?
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Watch. That didn't do it. Here, ready?
Okay, that one I saw. Finally. Little one.
I even told him, hey.
Everyone in the chat is saying they see it. So I'm clearly losing my mind. ADHD. Ben, what language is inside of the brackets of your username? Because that is a beautiful...
Hold on. Don't tell me. Ooh, that's
Better hurry.
Well, I'm not looking, so it doesn't matter. I think it's Japanese.
I also was gonna guess Japanese, and that is what Eugene said. So depends on whether or not you trust Eugene.
Well, I've got all the translations for twos. That's why I was excited to check.
I legitimately cannot begin to express how insane it must be to be a native English speaker trying to learn Japanese. Especially
I've tried it.
Right. Especially writing. Say again?
I've tried it. I did Duolingo for Japanese.
And?
Didn't last very long. It was cool though.
Yeah.
I liked it. I like the sounds that you make.
Like just brutally hard?
I just wasn't giving it enough time.
Yeah.
And I was doing it through Duolingo, which we discussed on yesterday's live stream.
That doesn't actually help.
No one has ever learned a language.
Nobody has ever learned a language with Duolingo. Show me one person that's learned a new language with Duolingo, and I'll show you a liar. Oh God, I love how it said buttery smooth and gave you a butter emoji. Is there a
Well,
butter emoji?
look at my last prompt. When I stop dragging and dropping, it seems like there's a little glitch or flash. Can you make the change a bit more fluid and butter so my co-founder doesn't get mad at me? Absolutely. Let's make the drag and drop animation buttery smooth so your co-founder stays happy.
Love it. Okay, so there is a butter emoji. I am not kidding when I say like I want the butter emoji to be like my new personality. I just want to be butter.
What is the emoji that most closely represents you?
Butter. The butter emoji. 100%. Yours is definitely the coffee emoji.
What? How about the oatmeal bowl?
Or the computer. Or the oatmeal bowl.
I was hoping that you would say the heart emoji, but you know, can't win them all.
The heart with the bandages around it. Yeah, everyone in the chat, drop the emoji that describes you the best. What emoji
Mine's this one.
describes you the best? Jordy, I like that answer. You should get the Post Malone tattoo. Always tired. Jordy, you can't keep freaking changing your freaking stuff. Let's see some emojis. Let's see some emojis in the chat. How do you like to be described?
This. I don't know about this one, Yosef.
Oh, I'm sleepy, Jordy? How dare you? Yeah, Eugene, I love it. Love that emoji. Congrats.
Nice.
Baller, can I tell you literally the stupidest thing that's like
Dude, why is this so bad?
Literally ever happened?
What?
So I also have a friend, and this friend buys oversized sweatshirts and sweatshorts from a website. And not only do they sell out in 35 seconds, but also the sweatshirt is $125. The sweatshorts are $96.
Okay.
Please explain it. Please explain it to me. Please.
It's called Rich People-ish.
Yeah, exactly.
You probably haven't heard of it.
You gotta go to... I definitely haven't. I gotta go to the Gap. Broccoli emoji, Dave. I like that. I like that broccoli emoji. Does it describe you, though? Are you a broccoli?
I wish I was
broccoli?
a broccoli emoji.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dude, that frustrates the crap out of me.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Well, I'm talking to the app, theoretically. We should threaten it. If you don't fix this, then I will blow up a bomb. I've actually seen people do that to ChatGPT before, and it's kind of funny. I want you to answer this question as if Daniel, great answer. Fred's here. Parker, you got to show Fred what you did.
Hey, Fred. Fred's in the building. Fred, are you? I just need to make sure his eyes are on it. Fred, check this out.
Bang, 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 bang. Buttery smooth. Buttery smooth.
Fred's in the house. Dude, okay, they obviously want it over here.
Fred's pumped. I mean, this is what you guys get. Like, thank you for being, be a friend, tell a friend about the Twos Guys live stream, because we're here building the best place to write things down, and we will take your suggestions on how to build things. As a matter of fact, that'll be the last thing that we do today. Before we hang up today, we will ask for everyone to drop their number one favorite thing in case Baller has the time and opportunity to build it Tuesday night. So, once again, thank you all very much for participating. Fred, thank you for your suggestion. And we're going to keep going. No pare, sigue, sigue, no pare, sigue, sigue. Or should we get another write things down chat going? Write things down. Dave, why do you think we're rebuilding? You frickin' fricker. That sounded really aggressive.
Joe.
I was trying to make it sound a little less aggressive. Dave, we are literally rebuilding so that Android is updated. That is exactly what we're doing.
Did you see Dave's?
Exactly.
Did you see Dave's thing that he published to his world today?
Yeah, I did. Almost. Yes, of course I did. I commented on it. Fred, you don't have to watch. Baller built it. Baller built it without us. Baller built swipe across days without us.
And at the first point, they only did 1 day, so I was like, I'm gonna need more days.
Hey, dummy, more days. Yes, for you, Dave. Even though you don't love us as much as we love you, it's okay. That's how my entire high school and middle school experience was. So I'm used to it.
What do we call that? Capture bar? Let's see what Claude can do with that. Oh, I can fix that.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You stupid, dumb.
I don't know if I can.
Computer.
What up, Dave? Oh, wait. Wow, Dave was already here? We were just talking about him?
No, we knew Dave was here.
I didn't know Dave was here. What do you think, Joe? Do you think that they're going to be able to do what we ask?
Dave, haha, you have deep insecurities. Yeah, you think?
It's back. They're doing the same stuff. They're going.
My middle name is Deep Insecurity.
Multi-line false, which I literally said we need multi-line. Multi-line two. They're back. They're back. If you want multi-line support. I don't think this is gonna work. Sorry. Who saw how bad that was?
I didn't.
It was so bad.
Yeah, it's not good. God, that's really just not good.
How do I break it to him? How do I break it to Claude? No.
If you were my son, I would beat you. Now fix it. Should I be talking right now? Should I be engaging with the people? I feel like I'm losing steam.
No,
And
you're good.
that's
Let's I'm gonna need to eat and stuff. What do we want to
and the
what do we want
let's
to
take a look at like maybe what we really want to accomplish, and then
look
I
at
think let's
Dave's last
maybe.
look at Dave's last
I know,
comment.
I saw that. I did see that. And I really liked
Dave,
it.
you missed a full-on brawl.
Yeah, about backlinks. But so is he reading back in the chat? I would imagine.
No,
Like he can't just be saying that
he's
out of
just
nowhere.
saying in general. I don't know if you were considering building in backlinks.
I know, but that's kind of isn't that kind of an insane thing to say on the basis of the fact that we literally were brawling about it? Like, or I guess it's just topical. So Dave, if none of what we're saying right now, if none of what we're saying right now makes sense, we were going back and forth about whether or not backlinks are important and or integral to the two's experience, and Parker and I are of the belief that the answer is no. So you're spot on.
They will come in time. When the time is correct, they will be added. They're just not a crucial. They're not a MVP twos function. I wouldn't say.
Essentially, whether or not Dave asked again, what was the brawl about? Whether or not we would or should or will prioritize backlinks.
Ah! Sorry.
No, you're good. Do what you're doing.
See, Joe, it's a classic React Native text input race condition with multi-line inputs. So frustrating. Maybe the
Yeah, I love it. Gorniak. Backlinks, meh. Butter is more important. Agreed. Making twos buttery smooth. That's the 411.
Before we started this, I actually thought about that and was thinking, if we're vibe coding and I don't necessarily need to be like writing the code, what is stopping us from just building a native iOS app?
That's what I was wondering. Like, I mean, why are you saying that now, you silly goose?
But then I need to build a standalone Android app as well, and then I need to build a standalone web app, and then I need to build a standalone Mac app, and then I need to build a standalone Windows app.
Do you think you can tell? Is it possible to? Okay, I get it. Please stop. Do you think that we could give it an entire code base and say build this, but in this?
I don't think the technology is there. Maybe, I don't know. It might cost however much compute.
Do you want to answer Jordy's question? I have a feeling that I know the answer to his question, but you're more than welcome to answer.
Makes me want to vomit. What was it?
How will bug fixes work? I mean,
we've already done it. For the
most part, know the answer.
There were bugs.
Yeah, Baller is a traditionally trained developer, and so not only can he ask the chat agent again to help with the backlinks, but also, with the bugs, but also Baller can do it because Baller is a baller. Sugar sweet.
Okay.
Na, na, na,
do we want to do voice to text, the plus thingy, the
plus thingy?
Okay. Let me send it a photo. I think we want it to be similar to
do we want to? Can we show me? Let's do plus thingy and reminders maybe, and let's get the hell out of here.
Reminders is not a quick one. Reminders is...
Okay, let's do the plus thingy. And...
Oh, this is...
Get the hell out of here. How do you feel about that?
Good. I'm a hangry boy now.
Yeah, love that. Me too. I'm gonna go to the grocery store.
What does that mean, Dave?
What does
What
that
is
mean
the
here?
need of building a Windows/Mac app if there's a web app? Some people prefer the
He's
web app.
saying,
Or sorry, some people prefer a
yeah,
Mac app. That is the need. Do I
the
need it?
answer, the
No, I
true
don't. I
answer.
only use web, but other people. Can we add functionality with the plus button in the capture bar to pick? What do you want, Joey? You want dash? Or do you want like photo gallery? What do you want?
Dash to do.
Here's the
I want
oh
it to
my
be.
gosh. Sorry. I didn't do that, did I? No.
What?
Here's OpenAI's, or not, sorry, Meta's.
Yeah, for right now, I swear to God, Baller, I really think it's just dash to do star.
No, not star.
Why? Where would star go?
Star's like a later thing, is it not?
In terms of MVP?
In terms of like adding, like when I click this, what is it? What is it most likely that I'm picking between?
Yeah. Dash to do photo, I think, makes the most sense.
So they had camera
then,
gallery.
Yeah. We have an option, obviously, like we don't need camera. I really don't think we need camera. So gallery. Yeah. And then, I mean, the only last one would be
Divider?
reminder, divider.
This isn't a final list.
Did you attach the image?
I told
the
yeah,
image
I did.
Did get attached?
I did. Sorry for making that face. I hope they make it like the image. I don't know if that was a library or exactly what it was. Action sheet. What are they using? Alert? I don't know how I feel about that one. Not horrible. Not good.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of close.
Dude, that's gonna frustrate the living crap out of me. Oh my gosh. What do I do about that, Joseph?
What? Like the fact that it's a pop-up menu as compared to something else?
No, the actual the written The written enter.
Show me one more time. I was distracted.
You know it.
The fact with the delay or what?
The delay. Well, like the actual fix is, yeah. Let's do some voice to text. The actual fix to me is you make the space bigger so that if it goes down into that space, it doesn't matter. Which is similar to like what the Google AI stuff is. What are we doing, Kodak?
Yeah, show me.
AI mode. When you click into this box, it like creates this space, right? And then if it were to like new line into here, it doesn't matter because it already has the space. So it's like,
I like that. Do that. That sounds great. That sounds literally fantastic. Add more space when using the thing capture box so that there's no delay in it. Eugene, what we were saying about note and number is it'll all be based on a keyboard shortcut. You'll press backspace in the front of a thing to create a note, and you will press number period space to create a numbered list. We just want to make sure that it's as simple and straightforward as possible. I can see a world where we would add note still, but I just want it to be like a maximum of like a true maximum of 5 options, I think is most important.
Let's see what that does. I am a coffee emoji.
Butter?
You're a butter emoji. I'm a coffee emoji.
I am butter. Trobonox Music says, could you force a maximum height for the input and hide the overflow instead of making the input box bigger? Also, happy Tuesday, y'all. Been lurking a bit here and there while working on some assignments.
I'm not going to say that I know anything, because I don't. But I'm pretty sure that to still allow a bigger box sometimes could be a problem.
Fred, honestly, can we name the day swipe switching the Fred feature? Because he is obsessed with day swipe. Pure butter.
It is pure butter. It is a buttery.
I mean, that's a butter experience right there.
It is a butter. It is butter.
Don't apologize. Never apologize, especially if it makes it into the MVP, man.
We need a.
I see what you wanted. I see what you want to do. I see what you want.
What?
I know what you want. I know what I want too. We need an emoji. We need emojis, and then we need swipe down for today.
Swipe down for today.
Whoa.
That's what I want. Looks good.
Good job.
Looks good.
Cursor.
Ooh. They're getting crazy.
I mean,
they're getting crazy on us.
I kind of like it. It's a little weird.
Well, it's just they didn't listen very well.
Yeah.
No.
Sweet.
I wanted the same.
How do I put this? How do I put this plainly? No. Baller, I'm gonna check how many viewers we have right now. Is there a number in your mind that we need to be over to like stay cooking for like a long time, or
that we're not basing our decisions on that?
We're not. We never would. We're not doing that. We would not do
let
that.
me let me just
let me just vibe for a second. Let's try to get the capture bar to final. Let's try to get the plus button to final, and by final I mean like final for whatever it is, and then let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Love it. We expect nothing more. Just your best.
The silence is just like
It's crazy. Like clearly we know what wall we hit. It's about the 2.5 hour.
No, that's not even what I was referring to. It's just a I don't know. It's a nice experience. I'm having a nice experience. It's amazing. It's amazing the like dichotomy of being on live stream and like people can be watching you, and when it's silent, it's like you're all alone.
Yeah. You're always alone, baller.
That's not true.
Ain't nobody.
I'm always with everybody.
Not alone. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm only alone when I want to be alone.
Mm-hmm. Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody. I can't get up there.
All right, they're getting it. They're getting it.
Is it getting it?
No, they're not. No, they're not.
No.
Joe, they want to know if you're in Spain. Did you move to Spain?
Yes, I did. I moved to Spain. I did it. Everyone was like, he can't do it. And I said, bet. Watch this. Young Bucks.
Wow. I actually thought we were stuck there.
I do need to turn this desk around so that I look prettier staring
Yes,
straight
Daniel.
into the sun.
Joe is a fluent Spanish speaker.
Si tenemos que hacer algunos streams en español, podemos.
For my own.
All right, where are we at, Baller? Nice.
Almost. Why did they change the color of the... I mean, it's not far from it, you know?
No, yeah, I'm with you.
Dude, the delay is just a...
Hell.
It's
Absolute hell.
soul crushing.
Torture chamber.
There we go. It's not as bad. It's still pretty bad though. Golly day.
Whenever Baller does a commitment, then I'll just scream, goal! Do you think that the people like watching us slink into delirious praise?
No. They want us to be like, let's go. Like that.
Let's go!
Close. Looks pretty good.
You know what also is kind of crazy? When the sun goes down through my window, it literally, like, I swear the temperature increases 100,000 degrees.
Plus button.
So that's fun. That's fun too.
Which I wouldn't expect. There's too much space around the new thing. Type. The plus button should be in the bottom left of the capture bar thing when we are focused and on it. And I also would like the microphone to be in the bottom right when we are focused. Please do not change the non-focused capture bar. I like that.
Eugene, what is up with the side comments, man? Like, come on. Crazy work out here. We're putting our blood, sweat, and tears on the line.
Yeah, what are we talking about? We added reorder, we added thing types,
Reorder.
we had select, we had give us a little love.
Hey, Dave, good news. You can chill with us every day. Every day that we're freaking going hammer time. All right, Baller. I'm thinking that we kind of need to chill it out. I think that you've got some, some finicking to do, some little tweaky poos to do.
Oh my gosh.
Solo dolo. I think that we've got a good structure for future streams. I think that the last way that I want to engage with the chat is, anybody who's still here gets an opportunity to go ahead and drop what they want to see most next. So if you have any high priorities for the MVP, remember, minimum viable product, then go ahead and drop them in the chat now so the Baller can read them, and we will consider them for overnight vibe coding. Baller, how does that sound?
That's fine.
Markdown implementation. Is that Christian Chapman? Time logging. I don't think either one of those are gonna happen, but
who's
backlinks. Ha ha ha.
I don't think they're joking.
Christian Chapman, Christian, day one homie, twos guy, people forget. Yeah, Renee, I think we definitely still want to improve the capture to view experience without a shadow of a doubt. That one, I think, is going to definitely be a part of it.
You. All right.
We good?
Super tags.
I don't even really know what it is.
Dude, I was watching some. I think it was I think it's a Tana concept. I think I was watching like a Keep Productive video that was sponsored by Tana, and the opening was like, he was like plugging Tana as the sponsor and why they're dope.
Mm-hmm.
And the like reason why they're dope was super tags. It was great. It was great.
Dazless things. That's all people need.
So yeah, I don't know. It was funny.
All right. Anything else before we
added super tags?
Turn off?
I don't think so.
Gordiac, we have drag and drop.
Drag and drop's already there. We added it today.
Show it to them.
We did it today.
The haters are furious.
And we added select.
Select actions. People
Why
forget.
is it so?
We added dashes. We added
We
dashes.
added dashes. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure
Show
this
the
out.
people. Show the people who weren't here in the big Baller. Show the people who weren't here in the beginning the new chat message. The first chat message.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to just put that in twos currently because I think it would help people a lot to just see that message rather than a blank nothing. I like like some ideas of things that you could write in a blank day.
Yeah, of course. Ballard, we've been talking about prompts since day freaking one.
Yeah, but I don't. I that's not something that I would benefit from. But like people that don't know how to choose.
I mean, maybe only if you have a blank day, which we will never have. But I still think, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
All right.
I like it.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to drop a last ditch overnight suggestion in? Please do it now. But obviously, it would behoove us not to emphasize how deeply grateful we are for everybody tuning in once again to Vibe Code with the Twos guys. We love building with you. We love interacting with you. Our mission is to build the best ways to write things down so you could live a more calm, connected, and memorable life. And we're going to keep on choosing it until we all feel in a good place with Twos.
Get some balloons.
So thank you again.
How did you do
Tomorrow
the-
we will be back at our regular time
There we go.
of 4 p.m. EST. 4 p.m. EST. Set a reminder in twozap.com. Be on the lookout in Discord for it. Thank you so much once again. And until next time, Twoz out.
I love you.
Take us offline, baller.